Hi everyone, my name is Vidya Math and I'm an author, and today I would like to ask you how you're doing. I hope you are doing well, and I would also like to tell you a little story. So normally I write stories, but today I wanted to tell you a story about a story. And the story is about how this book, the Book of Stamps, this is a book that I wrote some years ago, how this book actually came into being. So I have a little sister who likes to read, and years ago I thought to myself, what can I do for her birthday that she might really like? So I had made, for somebody else, I had made a birthday card. This was before my little sister's birthday, and that person had loved the birthday card more than any of the gifts or anything that I'd given them. So when it came to my sister's birthday, I thought maybe she would like me to make something for her. And I thought, well, she likes to read, so maybe I will write a short story for her. And I had a concept about a book of stamps, an enchanting book of stamps, where each of the stamps would come with a story. So they would be stamps from long ago, and each would come with a magical story that was legendary. And that was my concept, and it just came to me, and I thought, oh, that would be a wonderful subject for a short story. And in the short story, I will just introduce this book of stamps, and then my sister's imagination can think about what will happen with those stamps and the kingdom that those stamps were set in. So I started to write the short story, and at the time I could every day go to a place where I could sit for an hour or for 20 minutes. So the place had two different areas. One of the areas was a little garden, and in this garden there were beautiful flowers, roses if I remember correctly. And there was one bench, and if I used to take a cup of tea there, it would be only me in the garden, and it was completely magical because it was in a kind of enclosed area, and nobody else seemed to come there. It was just me. It was just me with my cup of tea. The sun would be shining, the weather would be warm, and it really felt like something out of a book. And if you went from that garden slightly to the right, then it opened out into an orchard. And this orchard had very young trees in it, so it was very open. It wasn't full of trees, it was very open. And there was a picnic bench there. If I remember correctly, there was a bench, and I think it was a picnic bench. And for example, at lunchtimes, I could go and sit at the picnic bench, and I would do that. And again, it was very curious because no one else seemed to be there. If anything, very rarely you would see maybe one, two people. So it was like I had this beautiful orchard and this beautiful secret garden to myself. And it was an amazing experience, but I thought I would take my short story there to write it. So I anticipated that this would be a very quick exercise. So I took a notepad and a pen, and I went to the orchard and one lunchtime, and I thought I'll just start writing this short story. It'll be about 3 pages long. And so I did, but the short story didn't want to end at the point where I thought it was going to end. So I had planned the first, say, 3 pages, and I wrote them, and then the story wanted to continue. And that was a massive surprise to me. And I also do wonder how much that beautiful orchard and that beautiful, enchanting secret garden had to do with the fact that the book of stamps ended up being a book and not a short story. So the birthday present was 5 months late. And I had to explain to my sister, her birthday present was in the making, but it was 5 months late because it took me a lot longer to write a book than, to write a short story. So this book is an enchanting book. When you read it, it just transports you to a place where even my sister has said to me, she's like, I wish I could go there. I want to go to this place that's mentioned in the book. I would like to see it. And to be honest, I would too. But it's a fantasy book. It's a magical fantasy book. And so I guess the only place we can go is in our hearts to transport us there when we're reading it. And so, yes, that's my story about a story today. I do hope you enjoyed that little story, and I'm going to wish you a really fantastic day, and I hope to come back again soon to see you and to bring you more stories about stories or stories themselves. Take care. Bye.